good morning and a good evening wherever you are in the world, and hope you are doing safe along with your family members during these unprecedented times. And my name is Mitul. I'm here to do a quick Tesla stock pitch. It's May 30, 2021, Sunday, sunny morning at 10 a.m. And speaking out from Chicago, Illinois, US, right? Okay, so the company background, Tesla was founded in 2003. It's really a integrated sustainable energy company which really aims to use renewable sources of energy and also visions to transition the world to an electrical mobility by making the electrical vehicles which are based off the batteries, right, instead of the gasoline. Uh, the key products for the company are solar panels, solar roofs, solar inverters, and electric cars. But electric cars are the primary product for the company as a major breakthrough in the recent years. Right? It's led by the visionary CEO Elon Musk, whose other great ventures also includes the SpaceX, which was founded a year ago from Tesla, like 2002. Again, it designs, manufactures, launches the rockets in the space. And one of the key feature which SpaceX was able to do was successfully launch rockets which are made out of the reusable materials. That means if the rocket launch is failed, whatever left out material which was reusable was equipped again to launch rockets. So really, like the company's vision is more fundamentally on the renewable available resources, and thus by saving the energy, saving the materials, reducing the pollution, carbon emission, etc., which gives a lot of faith in the growth of the company altogether. Right? It's just the key product statistics versus the stock price. It's just a quick a list of like how the company evolved and since it launched, where it did the quick breakthrough in terms of the sales, revenue, and the stock price, right? So, like I mentioned, the electric vehicle has been the primary marketing product for the company in the recent years, right? The first vehicle they launched was the Roadster in 2008. Well, at that time, the stock was not publicly traded. It began in 2010, and after its trading started in 2010, the first model they launched was Model S. The vehicle was an expensive range from 60 to 100K. During that time, the average price of stock was 5.5. In 2015, they launched Model X, where again the vehicle was like an SUV. Again, it's in a high-end range, but we can see the stock went up, right? So it's like a uh, consumer felt interested. The investors may have felt interested, even though the model launch was an expensive one. But still, the sales and the investor interest has gone up, right, as per the stock price. Model 3 was launched in 2017. This was the first version of the model, which was a little bit of on the economical range, right? And as we can see, the stock went up again from 42 to 62 as an average price in 2017, right? Then in 2020, the Model Y launched, which was, I think, the most economical and in terms of the price and even in terms of the space, in terms of the affordability for middle class families, especially in the states, uh, where you know the sales just went up for Model Y as soon as it launched. Right, they were able to sell all promised 500 vehicles in the same year. Right. Now we see the stock price went up from 62.8 to 600 $700, and I think That's not just because of the range. The long range model was launched in 2020, but there was a lot of factors such as the EV promotion, the tax credits went up. There were a lot of talks about the global climate change, reduction of the carbon emission, and all this played out very well in the favor of Tesla as a primary first launcher of the battery-based vehicles, which has a zero pollution, uh, right? Long, you can drive up to like 300, 400 miles without a charge, and more space, more storage space in the car, etc. So I think all these factors played out when the stock really bumped up almost like 600 times from 2017 to 2020. The stock exchange information, the company ticker is TSLA. The stock exchange group is under NASDAQ. The current price is $625, 625.22. And the price is as of the close of the day, May 25, 2021 at 8 p.m. EST. That's the New York Stock Exchange last trading time. The 52-week range high is 900, and that's particularly if you just look at the 2020, that has been the major catalyst factor for the stock going so high. Right? The 52-week low range, that's 160. Again, that was last time around February 2020 when the price was around 150, 160. But then rest of the year it remained above $600, $700. Right? The P by E ratio is 630.06. The market cap is $602.29 billion. There was a time when it reached almost $1 trillion evaluation to start the year in 2021 in January. The forecast is around median $727 as a high, and 140 as sorry 727.50 as a median price, and as high as 1471. That's an yearly projection for the stock. The company financials, as recently referenced from the Morningstar, we can see the comparison between 2018 to 31st March 2021. The values is in the thousands US dollars, right? We start from revenue, right? If you look at the revenue at the end of 31 December 2018, it was around $21 million, right? And if we just use a simple exponential scale, then in 31st, as of 31st March 2021, it's about $35 million, right? So that rose almost, I would say, close to 50%. The EBITDA, again, in fiscal year 2018, it was 1535,000, and in 31st March 2021, it's 2668,000, right? So there was a time in 2020 where we can see the EBITDA was 4194,000, and again, we know like 2020 was probably the best year of Tesla, right? So the numbers over there for 2020 will be rocking throughout, right? The net income for fiscal year 2018, 2019, probably as the company was still going up, was in negative. But we see the last 2 years, right, where the company is able to turn around the tables. And as of 31st March 2021, it's about $1.1 billion, right there. The total assets, fiscal year 2018, around 29,740,000. And as we know, it climbed up in 2020, right, where the total assets were more than 50% compared to 2018 fiscal year, about 52 148,000. And then in the same range as of 31st March 2021, close to 53 972,000. Right? The most interesting part, I would say, is the total debt, right? Even in 2018, 2019, when the company was still growing up compared to 2020, 2021, the total debt remains around between 12 to 1400,000 dollars, right? So even though when company had net income not so great, the debt was in the same scale, and even when the company really made a lot of money in the last 2 years, so but the debt has still remained the same, right? Okay, the company growth and the catalyst. Again, these are the factors which makes us believe that in the future the stock price is going to go up, right? The first is electrical vehicle demand. I mean, as we know, like a lot of nations across the planet are moving the direction, especially US and China, right? And the primary reasons is the global warming, right? The pollution, the sustainable usage of the energy, and keeping the environment clean, right? All these four factors contribute to the electrical vehicles demand. In states, government is also supporting tremendously by giving the tax credits if you purchase electrical vehicle, uh, right? And I think Tesla was the first one to make this deal with the government on the tax credit subsidies to the clients, right, or the consumers. Carbon reduction, as you know, like it's one of the depletion of the existing sources of energy, and Tesla had made a breakthrough and proved it, on a lot of grounds that renewable sources like solar, wind, etc., can be used and sustained, right, in the commodities. Advanced technology like autopilot, cameras within the cabin, ensuring the drivers are up and running. They're not. There's no uh, attention lost, etc. Right? These are the first breakthrough technologies which Tesla was able to come out. Solid cash flow generation, right? In 2018, they were break even, but in 2020, it's $2.8 billion, right? So it's on an increasing trend, and the expectation or the projection looking at how they are making their future investments in the battery manufacturing, all the efforts on the cost reduction, the battery sizes, the investment in the nanotechnologies for the batteries development, the R&D, etc. All these factors ensures like uh, the growth of the company is only going to go up from here, right? And I would say the X factor, Elon Musk. I mean, as we know, his tweet itself can move the stocks or the trends of the stocks up next day like a skyrocketing, right? All of a sudden, and it can also bring down same time. So, along with the company, the CEO of the company itself is an X factor who can really drive the value of the stock. It won't be a good justification compared to companies' financials because investors, after all, are going to look at the company's financials rather than CEO as a brand, right? But I think to a lot of extent, in Tesla's case particularly, Elon Musk factor really plays a lot of role, as he's an outspoken leader and whose vision is just unbelievable. Because as we know, when the first electrical vehicle was launched, Roadster in 2008, the success percentage, the probability of the success of Tesla becoming a boom was only about 0.10%, right? And so we can see the vision, the ability to drive the vision and take the company to the next level. Stock recommendation, strong buy and hold. As I discussed throughout this presentation, the company's financials, the vision, the X factor of CEO, and the external factors such as global demand, the competition, the fastest electrical vehicle companies coming up, the expansion of the Teslas itself, manufacturing facilities throughout the US and China. All these investments makes us believe it's a strong buy and a hold stock. So thank you again for listening, and hope you have a great day and a great evening across the globe wherever you are, and stay safe. Right.
Down the free Auro mobile application now.